My dear chess friends, so this is my first video on this year 2021. So our topic now is all about the Jerome's Gambit. So on this video I will show you a trap from the opening of Jerome's Gambit and the refutation to the trap. So the Jerome's Gambit goes like this position. So let's start first with the move e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and the significant move to the opening of Jerome's Gambit is the bishop takes f7 check. So as all we know that the bishop is equal to 3 pawns. So the bishop here only capture 1 pawn. So after king takes f7, still the white here is in deficit of 2 pawns for his bishop. So black here is clearly have a material advantage. But the black here can no longer perform a castling because his king has already been moved. So that was just the problem for a capture on f7. Because after king takes f7, again white capture the e5 and give a check to the king. Although it gives a check to the king and a capture on e5, but it was still undefended, so the black now can capture that e5. But after the capture on e5, it opens up now the diagonal from d1 to h5, so the white now can give a check to the king, forking the king and the knight. So black chooses to defend his king and knight through the move king e6. So as we shall see on this position, that still the black has a material advantage because he has 2 pieces for just 2 pawns. But that was not the end of the story. White plays f4 and goes for an attack to the e5. So as we shall see, if knight goes to knight c6, then he will lose his bishop on c5. And that's happened on this game. Black plays knight c6, saving his knight, but leaving his bishop on c5 be captured. On this position, the black here has still a pawn up. So black chooses to go for simplification, but that was a blundered move. Because after queen d5 check, they only move king f6 and queen f5 checkmate. The white here wins in just 10 moves. So that was the trap on the Jerome's Gambit. So let's first take a recap. After here, bishop c5, capture, check, retreat, capture, a blundered move, and checkmate. So that was the trap. So we shall see now the refutation of that trap. So let us just first flip the board and goes on the black side. So going back, after e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, bishop takes f7, the black here can safely still capture that bishop. And after capture, still this king e6, after this bishop, queen h5 check, king e6 still a good move. on this position. Even though here white plays f4. But knight to c6 was not a recommended move on this position, but we must play now the move d6 or queen f6. So let us see first the move queen f6, but after rook f1 giving nice attack to the f file, and after g6 counter, queen h3 check, king f7. This move is not a recommended move because there is capture, putting his queen and knight, queen and king in line to the white rook. So 7 captured, capture d6, e3 d6 check, king e6 c3 retreat to avoid fork, just to avoid fork here with the move pawn to d4. So retreat, h6 knight d2, and our king on a8 is in a bit of danger because it was trapped on the center. Although this position is still okay for black, but for the issue of king safety, the black king is in danger. So going back, so the recommended move here is just to play the move d6, so that after giving back some material with f takes e5, d takes e5, knight c3, we can go now with the move knight f6, attacking the queen, rook f8, developing a rook, d3, and goes for a king safety. For example, king f7, bishop g5, king g8. So our king now is in the safe place, and also we still have a material advantage for black because still we have bishop. We have 6 pawns versus 6 pawns versus 7 pawns. So still have a pawn up here. Pawn up and with bishop. So that was the repetition of the trap. After this queen h5, e6, f4, we must just simply play here d6 just to avoid the trap, because after this position, king g8, the black king is safe and no worries at all. So that's all. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Jerome's Gambit. Goodbye.